Okay, guys, welcome again. Today we're gonna do section 10, topic 7, which it talks about circumscribed angles and other angles. And basically, what you need to do is you need to watch the Math Nation video first in order for you to do this classwork. But I'm going to briefly, quickly just review what is on Math Nation. And this topic talks about tangent chord angle theorem, which states that the measurement of an angle formed by a chord and a tangent line is half the measurement of the intersected arc. So if you remember, this is pretty much like an inscribed angle. This right here, remember this is a tangent line that's touching the outside of the circle. This is the chord, and this angle is half the measurement of the arc. Okay, so whatever the arc is, divided by 2, and you get the measurement of this angle. Um, so here they tell you that this arc is 220. So if you divide that by 2, that means that this angle is 110 degrees. And to find the angle that is adjacent next to it, because it's 180 degrees, you subtract. And in this case, that's what they're asking. What is the supplement of the angle? You subtract from 180 and you get that this angle is 70 degrees. To find the measurement of the arc BC, because this again is a tangent and a chord, is half of the measurement. The angle is half of the arc, so you multiply 70 times 2, and that means this arc is 140 degrees. Okay, so that's what this is showing you here. Okay, once again, here they give you that this is 78. That means you can find this arc here by multiplying by 2. Then they give you this arc. This arc AB is 122, which means you could find angle P by dividing by 2. And once you have this arc and this arc, you can subtract from 360 to get arc PB. Okay, PB. And remember, once you have this arc, you can divide it by 2 and you will get this angle here, which is another inscribed angle. Okay, so that's basically what this is talking about. And on the next page, one more thing that is new, it's a circumscribed angle. A circumscribed angle is the angle that is outside of two tangent lines. So you have two tangent lines touching the circle. And if you remember that when a radius is coming out from the center of the radius, it's intersecting with a tangent line is 90 degrees, it's perpendicular. So radius and a tangent is perpendicular. So that there, notice the shape that it makes is a quadrilateral. And a quadrilateral is equal to 360. So since you already have 90 degrees and 90 degrees, that's 180. That means that the circumscribed angle and the central angle are supplementary. They got to be equal to 180. So if this angle is 80 degrees, this angle will have to be 100 degrees because they're supplementary. Okay. One more thing that we're going to look at the next topic, but for some reason they have a question here, is that to find the measurement of the circumscribed angle, there's a formula, and it will be the measurement of the angle. It's equal to the major arc, which is the bigger arc that is intersecting that angle. Um, that would be major arc. So I'm going to put major arc. I'm going to abbreviate it. You subtract from the minor arc, and that is the intercepted arc. This arc right here is the minor arc, and you divide that by 2. Okay, so you do major arc, which is the bigger arc. So I'm going to give you an example. So let's say this is 100 degrees. This is 60 degrees. You have the major arc is 100. The minor is 60. So you go ahead and subtract that. So that's 100 minus 60. And you divide that by 2. And 100 minus 60 is 40. So 40 divided by 2. That means that will give you 20. which means that this angle here is 20 degrees. Okay, so this is how you find the measurement of a circumscribed angle. Major arc minus minor arc, it's divided by 2, and that gives you the measurement of the angle. Okay, so again, make sure you finish watching the Math Nation book video. I'm going to take you to the assignment. I'm going to walk you through the classwork here. Now, this you can submit online. Make sure that you work out the problems and you submit the correct answer. Otherwise, it's going to be marked wrong, and you only have one chance to do it. Okay, so let me walk you through number one. And in number one of the things you need to be aware of is, let me see if I can make this bigger, and it looks like I cannot. Okay, so one of the things you need to be aware of is that we have a tangent line on the outside of the circle. We have a line that is coming from the center to the tangent, which is a radius, which means it's 90 degrees. It's perpendicular, okay? But they're telling you that from the tangent line to the chord of the circle is 106 degrees. That means that the arc from Y all the way to H, no, take that back, what I was about to tell you. So let me go back. So this angle is 106, 106. So yes, no, actually I was right. So from Y all the way to H, you could find the measurement of this arc. Because remember, that angle is half of the arc. So you multiply by 2 and you can get this arc right here. Okay. Once you have this arc, you can find the measurement of arc YH, of this arc right here, subtracting from 360. And also, since this is 90 degrees and the whole angle is 106, you can just subtract that from 90 and you're going to get W. Once you have the arc of YH, remember this is a central angle right here, central angle. Central angle is it's the same as the arc. So whatever you have for the arc, it's going to be the same for X, which is another question they're asking. Okay, so that's number one. Number two, it's pretty simple. They gave you a tangent line, they give you the chord, they give you that this arc is 216. So to find the angle TEA, which is this angle, remember the angle is half of the arc. Okay, simple as that. Number three, same thing. You have that this angle, they give you this angle is 64, which means you could find this arc right here. Um, and then you can also find, once you have this arc, you can find this arc by subtracting from 360. But in this case, they're asking what is TA? What is arc TA? Okay. Number four. So number four, we have many things going on. They give you that this angle is 84. So I know that this intersecting chords, I know that this angle has to be 84 because they're vertical angles. I can find the angle that is adjacent to 84 because it's a linear pair. Subtract from 180 and you can get this angle. And once I have this angle, I could get this angle here because this is vertical angle. Okay, vertical angle. And what else do we have? We have that once you find this angle, notice the shape that you have is a triangle. Once you have this angle, you can find this arc, the intersected arc of that angle by multiplying by 2. Notice you have that this arc here is 58. That means you could find this angle by dividing by 2 because it's an inscribed angle, okay? This is also an inscribed angle right here. And this inscribed angle goes with this intersected arc, okay? So that's that. And the last one pretty much is the same problem, but here they're asking you what is the measurement of arc EF, okay? Which already went over that on the previous problem here, number 4. All right, so there you go. So hopefully with this explanation. You're able to answer these questions. Take your time. Make sure you answer it. Try to answer it correctly, since it will mark incorrect. You only have one try. Okay, so if you're not too sure about it, watch this video again, or you can watch the Math Nation book. Hopefully, this will help you. Until then.